the ultimate XRP meme coin watch list for when we enter our parabola and head to $8 to $10 per XRP. Now that we're free from the shackles of the SEC, I thought there is no better time to give you my comprehensive list of coins that should be on your radar that you should watch. And strap in. This is going to be a longer video here because we got a lot to run through. So I'm going to try and rapid fire this. I'm going to move quick, give you the info that you need to know, and then you can go do your own research, make your own choices. Of course, all meme coins are high risk, basically gambling. But as XRP goes on its run to $10, double digits, you best believe that some of these coins on the XRP ledger are going to do much, much higher multiples than that. So we're starting with number one, my baby, my passion. Drop to the top. Drop will ascend back to the top of the meme coin ecosystem on XRP. There are 1 million drops in one XRP. Therefore, the supply of drop, the meme coin, is 1 million. Okay? This was created by Alex Cobb, a popular XRP influencer. Then it was taken over by me and a handful of other community members who have been running it ever since. Completely organic, community run, no supply control, fair distribution, backing of a venture capitalist, cute character, integral to the XRP ledger, part of the code. There are 1 million drops in each XRP. I think this is a no-brainer. It was the first mover of the ecosystem, first to 10 million market cap, first to 20 million market cap, and I know we hold on to that maybe a little too much, but I think it's important because it's indicative of the fact that the market chose drop to begin with. It was the first coin that the community rallied behind. So I think drop is an absolute stellar pick. Of course, we've pulled back a ton, sitting around 3 million, 4 million, revisiting these initial lows back here. We've gone as high as 25. I think drop is a contender and one of the few coins that has the potential to reach $1 billion market cap at some point. Now, I'm going to mention those ones first. As we go down the list, things are going to get more and more risky, in my opinion. So we're going to start at the top and work our way down. So let's go back over to this ultimate watch list that I created over here. We're not going to go into everyone like we just did with drop, but I'm going to give you the rundown. Army, another one with $1 billion potential, in my opinion. The culture around XRP, what do the people in XRP always get called? The XRP Army, because we persevered through more than any other community within crypto. Okay, XRP or Army, dude, I did great with this one. I got this one at launch, and then big money came in and started moving this because their liquidity pool was so good. That's my theory, at least. The people that run this coin are awesome. They work with us over at Drop a lot. It is a great community. It's a great meme, and there is big money in their charts. They were the first one to hit 100 million. Okay, so Army is a solid pick. Can't go wrong. PHNIX. This is another great meme on XRP. Okay, because it's part of the riddlers and all this stuff that XRP is going to be like a phoenix rising from the ashes of the old financial system to usher in the new one. Now, the thing with PHNIX, I fumbled this one a little personally. I got in at launch, flipped it really quick, made some profit, and then didn't hold on. This thing ended up going to like 75 million, currently around 13, 14 million. PHNIX is run by a cabal, like a group of whales, basically, which, again, these aren't necessarily bad things. I'm just going to say it how it is, okay? They're listed on tons of exchanges. Very good. They have a good character. I think it has the most holders out of anything on First Ledger right now. Very big presence on TikTok and social media. PHNIX is another one that is a contender and likely, in my opinion, to get to that $1 billion target. Okay, those are probably my top 3 choices for what could hit $1 billion. But the next choices, I'm still very confident in hundreds of millions. All right, and I'll get down when we get there and let you know the ones that I think we're entering more sketchy territory. The ones we're going to go through here are still all top picks, in my opinion. Salute, run by 24 Hours Crypto. Big influencer on YouTube. I've been watching him for years. He has a good community behind this, rallying his troops, and it's a good meme, right? It's like, salute, come on. You stood through all this. You held XRP in the trenches down in the bear market. Salute to you for making it through. He has a lot of supply control on it, and he's transparent about it, which I like. So I don't hold any myself. I also don't hold any PHNIX or any Army. I guess I'll stipulate these as I go through them so you know my personal bags. Like I said, I did have Army at one point. I did very well with it. Did have a little PHNIX, made a little trade. Salute, I've never had it. My dad has some. I'm a fan of 24 Hours Crypto. I think that this one's going to continue to do well. Bear. Bear is an OG coin. Bear came out before First Ledger came out. And then it got listed on First Ledger, and it started to gain traction as XRP memes started taking off from First Ledger. So there's some OGs running this. Bear, if you don't know, is referring to the Bearable Guy 123, who is like the most popular XRP riddler. You got to dig kind of deep into the XRP lore to really understand all these things, but it's a really relevant character to XRP lore. That's what you need to know. They have good team, good community behind it. They work hard, and yeah, Bear is another good pick in my opinion. It's shown to have some lasting power. Drop we already did. Sigma, love these guys. Also comprised of a bunch of XRP OGs. There's already a Sigma on Sol, but I think the community of XRP embodies the Sigma culture better than anyone, right? In the face of all the adversity, everyone telling you you're wrong, this, that, why are you holding XRP? We just sat here like, me? You think I'm wrong? Piss off. I'm fine. I know what I'm talking about. You? Get out of here. So, Sigma, love it. I actually won like a chain that they're giving away, and my PFP on X is my Sigma NFT. So, I have some Sigma. I'm a big fan of them. It's not my biggest bag, but I love Sigma. I think they're going to do very well. LIHUA. LIHUA is completely supply controlled, cabal, KOL pushed. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. They're listed on Mexi. I think they might have a couple other exchanges. It doesn't really have any relation to the XRP lore in any way, but it's supply controlled, pushed by KOLs. I think it's going to do very, very well and go to hundreds of millions. I have a good bag of it, and that's all I really have to say about LIHUA. I think it's a good pick. I think it's pretty safe. Lambo, similar. Super pushed by KOLs when it came around. Almost certain it's completely supply controlled. I think it launched off of First Ledger. I don't like the meme at all myself personally. I don't hold any, but I think that it's being pushed, and I think it's going to do well. And I have seen the people running it around, and the people running it have been cool and getting connected in the community. So I think the people that are running the project are awesome. But I just myself personally don't love the meme, but definitely worth looking into and getting connected and see if you click with the community over there. BERT, OG, been here since the beginning of FL. I had a lot at one point. Don't hold any anymore. But BERT, I think, is here to stay. Strong community, people behind it that are passionate. Their relation to XRP is that it's a schizo bird, and XRP is the schizo chain, where we're all like conspiracy theorists and, you know, following riddlers and this and that. So I think BERT's a good pick. I think it's going to continue to do well as money flows into the ecosystem. Pongo. Pongo is run by the same people that run PHNIX. I'm almost certain of this. So also a cabal, also listed on Mexi and other exchanges. I have a big bag of Pongo. I think Pongo is going to do very well. Again, I don't really care for the meme itself. There's no relation to XRP at all, but that's fine. I think they're going to pump the hell out of this one. I mean, they already did. It already hit like 25 mil at one point. So, big fan there. Laugh. Love these guys. Love the people running Laugh. They've worked with Drop. We've done spaces together and stuff. The whole meme is laugh now, but one day XRP will rule the world or run the world. Brad Garlinghouse had a picture of this, and it's like this jumping monkey. It's Brad Garlinghouse had a picture of it. They turn it into a meme coin. Laugh now. One day XRP will run the world. They make great animations. Great people that are working hard every day. So I think this one, absolutely hundreds of millions, no problem. Zoj, don't hold any of this one. Don't know too much about it. I've only spoken to the guy running this on Spaces a couple of times maybe, but he seems really smart. I know they make a lot of stuff for the ecosystem, like bots and this and that. So I think Zoj is a good pick. I hear only a lot of good things. Like, look at this, the transactions on it, 89,000. They're running some good bots, and the volume 200K. So worth looking into. Absolutely. I might look into it some more myself. Oh man, I'm really rapid firing through this. We still got a lot to go. 589, iconic meme. XRP to 589, started by the Riddlers. I don't know how long ago. I don't know the exact lore around it, but 589 is the number of the XRP community. And their PFP it was like a Bart Simpson writing XRP to 589 on a chalkboard. This came out, and I'm almost certain it was launched by a cabal when it did come out, when Army went to like 100 million back then around that time. Since then, it's consolidated, pulled back. It's run by a CTO, so it's run by community members, but I still believe that the cabal is in control of their charts behind the scenes. There's constant volume bots running on this one, and it's just an iconic staple of a meme in XRP. So I think this thing easily tens of, if not hundreds of millions. Scrap. First meme on First Ledger. Dog. I believe it's the dog of Sloppy, one of the devs of First Ledger. This thing's gone as high as 30 million. It's the dog coin. It's the dog coin of XRP and the first coin on First Ledger. I don't think you can go wrong with it. I think this one does very, very well. Cabal pumped it pretty hard when we had a lot of liquidity flowing in. So I think this one goes hard again at some point. I'm going to get a little controversy for this one. Fuzzy. Fuzzy came out, I don't even remember, a month or two ago. It upset a lot of the bear people because it's also like a bear basically, just with a different name. The way it's been run, I've found it interesting. There's some, it's hard to explain, but if you want, go look into Fuzzy. I think that there's a chance that it's run by somebody that is a Riddler or is connected to Riddlers somehow, or I don't know. The branding is very good. It's on point. The way that they've been posting stuff, running competitions. I think they're about to release NFTs. I think that it's a good pick. It'll do really well, as far as I've seen so far, right? We're getting to the point where things are becoming a little bit more of a gamble down here. Uga, staple in the XRP ecosystem. Welcome to the jungle, brother. So they call themselves. And this coin, not necessarily related directly to XRP, but kind of. It's all about like spiritual awakening, realizing that the system we're in is completely broken and messed up, and trying to connect with each other and, escape that. And they have good AMM and liquidity mechanics with their NFTs set up by the help of Colt, which we'll get to. And Colt and Uga are part of, like I said, the jungle is what they call it. And they're really smart people within the ecosystem that understand how the XRPL works. ATM, our first big influencer coin from Dirk from Xspector. I've owned this, I've sold it, I've owned it, I've sold it. They're also working with Victus Capital or Victus Global, the VC that we're working with over at Drop. DS has had a lot of controversy surrounding him. So I think this one will do really well because all the money is an iconic meme for XRP. Everyone always talks about XRP is going to have all the money. And ATM, like a printing machine, I think it's a no-brainer that this one does do well at some point. It's also being integrated into the metaverse Xspector. So I think it's a good pick. Riptard. First retard on XRP, using the First Ledger logo, like one of their logos. This one did really well when it came out, pushed by BitLord and some other KOLs. I think Cabal was involved. I don't know if there's a Cabal involved in it still, but it seems to have a decent community. Ribble, almost certain this is a Cabal coin or like guys from ETH or something. It's Ripple, but replace the P's with B's, and now it's Ribble, and it's a frog. It's like the frog coin of XRP. They made some trading bots as well, so they've been building within the ecosystem. I think Ribble is a good pick. I think this one, it already hit like 6 million on its first run up. I think this one probably gets pushed pretty hard again when the market starts to move, and I have a good bag of this one. Sorry, I lost track of like listing what I have bags of and don't. We're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna list 3 right here that are OG coins: Brito, Tabby, Schweppe. I'm gonna wrap these all in together. Brito, Arthur Brito, is one of the creators of the XRPL. Tabby is the dog of David Schwartz. Schweppe is Pepe, but David Schwartz Pepe. So these are all super OG coins that were around the first few weeks of First Ledger and like kind of first movers. No cabal involvement. So it doesn't really have the big money behind it, but they are good memes with good communities, and I think that they will run when the time comes. Colt is run by Phenor or Big Al mostly, along with a couple others. And again, they're part of the jungle. They focus heavily on the AMMs and the liquidity pools. They have a AMM reward structure where if you're contributing, you get a rewards token, and then you contribute that and you get LP tokens back for Colt. It's a cool structure. It's definitely something that I would say go check out. That if you want to learn about how this stuff really works on chain, there's no better place to be than Colt and Uga. So big shout out to them. We're getting down to really riskier stuff here. Okay, Rizzle, Ripple, but with Riz. Good meme. It had a good run to like 2 or 3 million or something at one point. Right now, it's pulled back quite a lot, down to like 170, 180K. They're very active on social media. They're trying to build other stuff as well, I think, but very active, very connected. It's a good meme. They riz everything up. So I like them. Check them out. BuildX, not really a meme coin, but something to look at. Really low right now, down to 130K, but they're building a lot of bots and what else? Just like bots and platforms for XRP for these projects to use. So down bad right now, but I think BuildX is probably going to last, probably going to survive. I think they're doing good stuff. So check it out if you're interested and see if you like it. Box, Bitcoin on XRP. This one had a crazy run to like 10 mil, down to back under 100K, which is crazy because I love this meme. Bitcoin on XRP, it's a better Bitcoin. It does what Bitcoin is actually meant to do. Because it's on the XRP ledger, it can actually be a transaction token. It can go fast and no fees, no nothing, right? And it's just a good meme too to mock the people that are Bitcoin maxis that think XRP is bad because reasons. So I like Box. It's run by Zerpzu, and I've been trading with them since day one. Good people over there, and I think that can bring that one back from the dead at some point. Gay. This is a little side project of mine. It spawned from the Zerpzu trenches actually in the early days. Whenever somebody would sell or nuke like a new launch, it would go up and then somebody would nuke it. People in the chat, some of my real life friends would be like, quit, like they would follow the addresses to see who it was. They'd be like, this guy's a gay bear. And eventually we turn it into a coin. I have a different IRL friend basically running the coin now. I think it's a good meme and we have decent supply control on it. So we want to effectively do something like LIHUA where it's just crazy supply control and we can push it straight up to the front page and run it responsibly, right? So Gay, again, everything down here, very, very high risk, not stuff I would be going crazy for, aping into like nuts, like the stuff here at the top. But worth looking at, see if you like the meme, see if you like the idea, see if you like the community around it. Brepe, another OG coin. The guy that's running this has been busting his ass, working hard on it. It's just been having a hard time. Same as Schweppe, right? Like these two are kind of go hand in hand, Schweppe and Brepe. But I think if he keeps working and we get liquidity to flow in, this thing has a shot. Finally, X-Men, run by Illy over in the Zerpzu. Been here since the very beginning, and he's been busting his ass, grinding hard on X-Men, XRP men. So take a look if you might be interested. That, I was going fast, and that still took 20 minutes. This has been the ultimate XRP meme coin watch list. If I left anything out, let me know. I think I got most things at least in my opinion, that are important to get on here. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope that gave you some info and you got some stuff to look into, and hopefully we get that crazy parabolic run coming in for XRP here soon to double digits. And all these memes are going to go banana mode. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, repost if it's on X, and catch you in the next one. Peace.